interest and remuneration to the partners. Now let us see if a partnership firm, okay, and this case specifically deals with that of a partnership firm where payments are being made to partners. Okay, so let us say there is a partnership firm PF and it has three partners A, B, C. A and B are working partners and C is a sleeping partner. Right? With this background in mind, let us now see what does the provision say. And this partnership firm is making some payments in the nature of interest, remuneration, etc. to these partners. Right? So what will be the rules governing the allowance of interest? It cannot be that, this can be a very handy tool. So let's say, for example, if the partnership firm wants to reduce the amount of taxes, what it will try and do is it will try and increase the amount of interest as much as possible, try to pay a very high salary to the partners, and because each of these partners who are individuals have their own exemption limits, they may not get taxed, right? So the firm saves taxes by paying higher interest and the partners do not pay any taxes because of lower income slabs. To avoid that situation, this particular section deals with the provision that what is the extent to which interest and remuneration will be allowed when it is made by a partnership firm to a partner. So let us see what are the rules. So first we will deal with the case of interest. Interest paid to a working partner, sleeping partner is a non-working partner. Okay, so this example when I told you that sleeping partner, it's a non-working partner. Interest paid to a working partner is allowed up to 12% simple interest per annum if authorized by the partnership deed. So if there is no mention in the partnership deed, as we all know, you would have studied in your CA CPT as well, is the document which is kind of an agreement between partners. It's a charter document of the partnership firm, right? And so you are allowed up to 12%. Right, provided condition 1, it is allowed under the partnership deed, and second is it should not be for the period prior to the date of partnership deed. So let's say, for example, these A and B and C got into partnership with effect from 1/4/2011. If the partners say that we will allow interest even for, let's say, January 1 to March 31, which is the date of interest is before the date when partnership deed come into existence, that will not be allowed, right? Same is the condition for a non-working partner. The way you should remember is that if one is called, what is interest? Interest is a payment because partners have given some funds to the partnership firm. It is for the money which is lent, right? So whether the money is lent by the working or non-working partner does not make a difference. Therefore, the amount of interest paid to both of them is same, right? Now, salary, bonus, commission or remuneration. Why are salary given? Salary are given because you are working for the company, right? Therefore, what you need to remember is that these are allowed only to a working partner, right? These are not allowed to a non-working partner. Why? Because he's not doing anything. So if he's not doing anything, why should he be allowed at all? Right? Now, salary bonus are allowed if authorized by the partnership deed, subject to a maximum of. Again, as I said, it has to be authorized by the partnership deed. But the maximum amount which is paid is first 300,000 of book profit, or in case of loss, rupees 150,000 or 90% of book profit, whichever is more. Second, 60% of the balance book profits. Now, book profit means what? That I have explained here, right? We'll just see it in a short while. So basically, depending on the amount which you have as the book profits, the amount of deduction increases or decreases, right? Then, what are the conditions for salary? We'll take one practical question on this part. And I will explain to you the workings for this, right? Condition for salary: payment should be authorized by the partnership deed and should be made only to working partners. It should be for period falling after the date of partnership deed. These conditions are the same which were there for interest also. Interest to representative partner, right? Interest to a partner where he is acting in a representative account capacity will not be taken into consideration for section 40B, right? Again, simple, doesn't require explanation. Book profit means income under the head PGBP increased by the remuneration to partners where such remuneration has been deducting while computing net profit. So let's say, for example, your PGBP income stands at 100,000, okay, and in computing this you had actually deducted salary to partners amounting 50,000, right? The book profit will be equal to 100,000 plus this 50,000, right? Because that is the amount which is some kind of an allocable amount to the partners. That is book profit, right? Again, as I said, partners, just to recapitulate, these payments are classified depending on whether a partner is a working or a non-working partner. Interest payments are same whether you are working or non-working. Salary, etc., they are not paid to a non-working partner, paid to a working partner. Again, there is a slab. In both these cases, these are allowed as a deduction only if it is authorized by the partnership deed, right, and fall for the period after the partnership date. Interest is allowed to both of them. Salary is allowed only to one of them.